Welcome to the Roots N Remedies Show with Jim and Krupa.
Yes,
And
live your best life with Krupa. Live your best life with Krupa.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Well, live your best life with Jim and Krupa on the Roots N Remedies Show. So, we always appreciate the support and the enthusiasm.
Love our viewers.
Love our viewers. Oh my goodness. I always get people inboxing me or texting me or just reaching out to me by email on the website, letting me know that they really enjoy watching the show and that they gain some good information from it. And it's always very nice to hear that.
We love to encourage them to share it with others and provide their comments. We love the comments.
I completely love the comments.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Exactly. Because we love it. And we love to help and teach and get everybody on board the holistic Ayurvedic herbal train, because that's what it's all about, right? Getting healthy naturally. So, loving it. And speaking about teaching, before I go there, so today is the day before my birthday, which is July 4th.
Happy birthday to Krupa.
Oh my goodness, thanks, Jim. I love you. You're so awesome. Because
I was going to surprise you and mention your birthday, but then you did it first. So,
see, I know I got to stop doing that because I know people have surprises for me, and I hear that from people who love me and who are close to me. Like, hold up, give us the opportunity to say happy birthday or take care of your birthday. But I'm excited not just because it's my birthday, but I'm excited because it's the 4th of July. Coming up and. Being born on the 4th of July.
What a wonderful day to be born on Independence Day, 4th of July.
There's
fireworks every year for your birthday. Fireworks.
There's fireworks every year for my birthday. It's crazy. I didn't like it, though. Have I ever told you the story? I didn't like being born on the 4th of July when I was a child.
No.
Because I'm like, wait a second, where's everybody going? And what about my birthday? And when you're younger, you don't understand things like that. Right. However, fortunately, and my mom and dad pretty well, of course, you're part of the family.
Yes.
They always made me, my mom and my dad and my aunts and uncles and my cousins, my friends always made 4th of July really big for me. But we would celebrate both because it is our country's independence, and that is a special day, and we should be celebrating it. And at that time. It was just so much fun being younger and hanging out and then just going and having a barbecue at the beach. That's what we typically did because we lived in Boynton. I grew up in Boynton Beach. And so we would go barbecue, watch the fireworks.
I've known you for a lot of your birthdays, Krupa.
Yes, you have, Jim. Yes, you have.
The majority of your life.
Majority of my life. So, just being very blessed to have you a part of my life and our family's life.
Yes, and your family is my family. So it's beautiful to be a part of it.
Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. So just excited about this whole holiday weekend. And so in light of July 4th, I was going to go back to the teaching as we were talking, but in light of July 4th, we're offering 10% off of any private consultation that our viewers sign up for.
Terrific.
Yeah, I feel like it's a contribution from me to the loyal the loyal followers or the loyal patrons to Roots N Remedies for all these years, and the trust they have in me and our company and just everything that we stand for. So
let's discuss with the viewers a little bit about what happens with a consultation so they understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So private consultations. Why do I do private consultations? Because everybody's chemical makeup is different. Their health is different from, other people's health and wellness. And,
you can't generalize. It's very specific.
Never generalize it. You can never, because it's like, why do you go to a medical doctor?
Right.
Because you need to get, care specifically for your ailments, right? And your health background. Right. So same thing coming to an herbal and Ayurvedic practitioner like myself in natural medicine, coming to me, I also need to know, what are your health challenges?
Right.
What is your health history? Because when I know that, then I can help, better, that
And then
individual better.
do you discuss their diet?
Everything
Right.
really, because diet plays a huge role, as you know, Jim, a
Yes.
huge role on our well-being.
Right.
So eating correctly is paramount in order to stay balanced.
Right.
And when you're balanced, you can cope with your life circumstances a whole lot better. A
And,
lot of us are not balanced,
right.
unfortunately,
Right.
and that happens because of life. Life circumstances, life events can't predict. But in order to cope with it better, staying as healthy as possible is paramount. So
And how long is a consultation normally?
yeah, the consultation is an hour, but you
Okay.
know me, I don't like say, okay, your consultation's at 3 o'clock. Oops, it's 4 o'clock. It's time to like end it. I don't do that. And I feel like, it is an hour. We do
Right.
wrap up closer to that time,
Right.
but I do go over
Right.
several times just because, I feel that I want the person who's coming to me, who's paying for the consultation, to get the best information, advice, protocol for their specific reason,
Right.
for why they're coming to me. So it's really important. And after they sign up and we have the consultation, I send an email out to them with their report and what
Oh, great.
what we discussed and what they need to do moving forward per our discussion. So people come to me for several reasons because like it is not one size fits all, right? I mean,
And I've said it before that it's overwhelming when you try to figure out all of these herbs and Ayurvedic remedies on your own. It's very overwhelming. So
it's completely overwhelming.
you
It
need to
is
be
completely
guided by someone like you with the experience.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think that's really important because to mention that, because even with me, like if I need health advice, I'm going to go, to my people that I know that can help and guide
Right.
me so then I can get healthy because
Right.
yes, I know a lot. I'm educated in this field, but it's difficult, as you know, to treat
Right.
yourself
Right.
sometimes. It's difficult. It's
It
difficult. I
is.
know how to do it very well for other people. But who keeps me in check? And I'll keep mentioning Jason is because I live with Jason
Right.
and he's my life partner. So he's the one that keeps me in check a lot of times. And I do the same for him. So when you have someone in your life that's able to keep, you in check, it's important because days go on and you get really like,
And Jason can tell whether you've had enough sleep. All those types of
I
things
can
enter into your routine. And
for
I know
sure.
you're on the go all the time, and I
Yeah.
believe probably you don't sleep all the time sufficiently.
I
So
don't. I
yeah,
mean, I think I'm such a caretaker and a caregiver. And I know that about myself that, I preach boundaries. I preach personal boundaries because we all need to have personal boundaries. It's
right,
time. When it's time to stop, it's time to stop.
right.
But I do have a tendency, and I think it's a lot of females too. I'm not trying to put male and females
Yeah,
in
You're a
categories.
nurturer. You're a nurturer.
Yeah. I'm a nurturer, and women in general are nurturers.
Right.
But I'm just that person that really just. I mean, if you know me personally,
Yes.
I just put myself out there all the time, just because I care and I love and I want the best for people. That's just who I am. I can't necessarily change that core of who I am, but I can regulate my boundaries
And I could picture Jason seeing that you're becoming overwhelmed and you don't realize it because you're in the midst of trying to solve something. And he could say, Krupa, you need to take some time for yourself right now. You could continue this tomorrow.
Have you talked to him? Have you talked to him? Because honestly, yes, 100%. He does tell me that. That's so
Yeah.
funny, Jim. And you hit the nail on its head because he does tell me. He's like, I tell you all the time. He tells me, go take a break for yourself. He
Right.
says that to me quite often. He goes, take a
Right.
break for yourself. You need to do more for you. You need to
Yes.
do more for yourself. And it makes him happy when I do more for myself. you know. But it's difficult. But I am getting better at it.
But it's wonderful to have a loving partner like that, because if you're by yourself, you're not going to realize, you might actually be overworking your body,
Yeah,
and not if
sure.
without sufficient sleep and without some me time, things can it could take a difficult turn, which you don't want to do.
No, 100%. And
Yeah.
I think so many people during my consultations, I'm so glad we're talking about this actually, because people don't realize, but when I consult, I'm healing myself. I'm actually consulting myself. I
Right.
learn from each and every one of the consultations now. I've done thousands of them,
Right.
because this is not my first rodeo.
Right.
The business has been around for over a decade. And prior to my business, I've always been in the health and wellness industry and consulting.
Wow.
I've worked for many organizations as a counselor, and even with my own family background and history with my mom and dad's facilities,
Right.
I've had the opportunity at a very young age to do counseling, and it was heavy back then, but I'm
It's
grateful.
invaluable, though. You
It's
learn from it.
invaluable.
Yes.
You learn from it. So I think that's why, because I've been in this field of counseling for so many years, and that is my nature. I just know I can help people. You just
Yes.
know, with my qualifications and my background and my history, and with Roots and Remedies, um, all about holistic Ayurvedic and herbal medicine, and it is kind of like at the forefront these days in terms of people's minds when they talk about health and wellness. They're talking about natural medicine.
Yes.
It's a vehicle. Roots and Remedies is a vehicle for me to be able to do the things that I love for other people, and help. And that really is to help them. And when you help them, really, it's empowering them.
Yes.
I know I sound redundant when I talk about these things, but when you're empowering people, then they're educated and they can make the better decision for themselves
Yes.
moving forward. So. Yeah. So I am glad that we brought that up. And I'm sure Jason will be grateful that you brought it up, especially right before my birthday, because I do plan on having a little bit of fun on my birthday. So
Yes. You deserve it. You deserve it.
thank you. Thank you.
And you
I
mentioned
am,
you mentioned teaching. Let's talk about your teaching.
yeah, yeah. So, I've taught a lot, and I actually love it a lot. So we live here in Bonita Springs, or we're actually moving to Naples, but we live on the West Coast of Florida. So I've teamed up with a lot of local businesses around here. And one business is the Bonita Springs YMCA. And the activity, or the director there of activities and memberships, she has asked me to come on board to teach a herbal tea class, which I love to teach, an herbal tea class to her Alzheimer's members,
Wow.
which I love. I can't wait. That is coming up on next month, in August. And that is going to be so exciting for me, because there's a combination of herbs that I put together for a specific, ailment that
Memory.
will help for memory, cognitive health, and wellness, focus. Yeah. So, but that's one of many teas that I'll be talking about or teaching in that
Will
class.
that be one class or on a regular basis?
That was the next thing I was going to lead into. It is going to be reoccurring,
Right.
with a different, audience. So yeah, uh,
Terrific.
yeah, it's really exciting for me. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And that's coming up in August. And then, I do work with other organizations to teaching classes. So it's all very fun. And I do that. So if anybody wants me to teach a herbal wellness Ayurvedic class, just reach out to me and I'll be happy to cater the class towards your audience. I am actually working on teaching a class up in Estero, which is a little north of Bonita Springs
Right.
and south of Fort Myers. And there's a company out there. We're just finalizing the details, so I'm not going to like say anything at the moment. But it's a company that I patronize a lot. They actually sell oil and vinegar, different oils and different vinegars infused with herbs. It's
Oh, wow.
amazing. And then they have this entire wall of herbal teas, kind of like I had at my shop, all the
Yes.
herbals. And so they make all these amazing concoctions of teas. And so the owner of that shop has asked me to come and teach a class to his to their
Wonderful.
customers. Yeah, so it's great. I love it. I
And
love it. I can't wait.
like to remind the viewers that you could also teach classes online. So if
Mhm.
they'd like you to teach an online class, you're available for that also.
Absolutely, 100%. Do you remember? Goodness, um, that was like what 4 years ago, and you brought me the newspaper. Do you remember? It was over at the country club. I was on the front page or one of the pages. I was teaching it to the women. Oh my goodness. Oh, my brain is going blank. But you had brought over, you're like, here's a newspaper. And I was in the newspaper because I taught at, I think it was a country club over in Jupiter. And it was, forget the name of the place now. I'm so sorry. It's
It's
terrible.
okay.
I teach so much and I do a lot of
Right.
different things. But it was a group of women, actually. And I think there were like 25 women there. And it was at the country club in Jupiter. Anyway,
Nice.
I taught a class there, and then I happened to be on the news in the newspaper. Oh goodness, it's gonna
And there
drive me
are,
nuts.
but there
It's
are on
something ets, something ets. Not. I'm thinking of what was that, Jim? I'm sorry.
some people also have meetings online. So that's why I'm mentioning that you could teach to those
Yes,
online meetings,
yes,
which
yes.
would,
Not to digress, exactly.
yeah,
So I have done that before, and I think it's the day that and age that we have with technology.
yes,
Sorry,
it's wonderful.
um, we're able to reach a larger
The
audience,
entire world.
a global world. Yeah, so it's great and it's fun doing these types of podcasts because the Roots and Remedies show when we started the Roots and Remedies show back in 2013, it was a weekend radio show, but that we would go into the studio for that.
Right.
We'll go into the studio, and that was in Georgia, so it reached the suburbs of Atlanta and into Atlanta. So the reach was not as it was a great show. It was very fun to do, and beneficial at the
But
same time.
you're limited in the reach. Yes.
It was limited in the reach, exactly. So this podcast and these capabilities are so much greater, and it's so much fun, and all of it. So, yeah.
So I just
But
want to encourage the viewers to be aware that you offer classes online if they'd like
yes,
online
I
classes.
do offer classes online. So, and I can set it up for your specific,
Right.
company or organization or however, because all these herbs are they have multiple medicinal benefits. So I can combine whatever combination of herbs and teach a class, and not just a tea class. It can be a class that's on generalization of information about herbs regarding specific ailments.
Right.
Um, so I can cater it to that group, making a poultice, making a salve, making, um, you name it. There's many different things you can do with herbs. So,
Well, speaking of salves, when is Patrice coming back on?
well, Patrice, yeah, you mean Annie?
Annie, I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Well,
Annie.
Patrice is a great guest as well. She is going to be coming back on the show. But Annie reached out to me. I think it was a couple of days ago, and she's like, "I'm ready to come back on the show. I have so much to talk about regarding my salves because it's in the making, and I know it's ready to launch really soon." And one of my best friends, Carrie, I know I have to name drop her. Carrie, I love you so much because she loves Annie's salves. She's loved her salves for so long. And I think I brought it up during our when
Yes.
Annie was a guest on our show.
Terrific.
Carrie just buys a bunch of those salves because she loves them and she gives them as gifts and stuff. So anyway, yeah, that's coming back really soon.
Great.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is our products on our website.
Yes.
So why, when I had my shop, the brick and mortar, we sold every single brand in nutraceuticals that was, available. But that was years ago, where you couldn't get it at Sprouts or Whole Foods or other establishments. But now you can get a lot of those types of products,
Right.
Sprouts or Publix, and that's great. I'm happy. However, they are different. They're different. They're manufactured differently. They're tested differently. They're sourced differently.
Right.
And then the ingredients, are they're different based on again where they're sourced from and how they're assembled. And so they could actually have fillers and binders, and
Right.
those fillers and binders could have an adverse effect to the individual that's actually taking
I'm
it.
glad you're mentioning that because that's so important. Some people just think you could get a generic brand and it's the same quality as another brand, but it's not. And that's why you're so invaluable, because you can read the ingredients and know exactly what you would want to advise.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, not only because I've been in the industry since I was 16, 17, but because I've worked at the top of the supply chain. I was a business development manager for the entire United States with one of the largest global manufacturers, around.
Yes.
And a lot of these huge corporations, nutraceutical, cosmetic, foods would order directly from me. And so I know what these guys are doing with those ingredients, and I know where these ingredients are coming from. So
yes, the sourcing is so important.
Sourcing is so important. The sourcing is so important. So why do we have the products that I had in the shop that I did originally have on the Roots and Remedies website? Those are now taken down, and we just have one right now that if they click onto the link, it will take them to one product line that I definitely 100%, and you too, of course, support and endorse. Yeah. And that's mainly because I know where those ingredients are coming from, and it is Ayurvedic, and being originally from India, and I practice Ayurvedic medicine, and Ayurveda is like the number one right now in terms of herbal remedies and herbal health and wellness that people are practicing. I mentioned yoga because millions of American people are taking up yoga classes and practicing yoga. And what are they practicing? They're practicing a form of Ayurvedic medicine. So, Ayurveda is really a big deal right now in our country, and it's very close to my heart, obviously, because I practice it and I grew up in an Ayurvedic household. But these ingredients and these products are Ayurvedic, and they are as natural as possible with the highest quality, and they follow GMP, good manufacturing practices, non-GMO. They're halal. There's a lot of benefits.
And
kosher.
with regard to the collagen, I wanted to mention it's really the most highly absorbable form of collagen on the market, and it's liquid.
It's liquid.
It's liquid, and I find it interesting when I walk into a drugstore now. So many products have collagen listed on them.
It's crazy, right, Jim? It's crazy.
The public doesn't realize that those molecules are too large to be absorbed. It could have collagen in the product, but you're not going to get the absorption. Whereas
100%.
this liquid collagen is absorbed immediately into your body. So
exactly. I'm glad you brought that up, because all these products are bioavailable. They are just amazing, and the absorption is very quick, especially in a liquid form.
Yes.
It hits very quickly. So yeah, I mean, I love the collagen. I take it personally.
I always
I'm
encourage.
fortunate.
I'm sorry. I
No, I was
always
gonna say I'm
encourage.
fortunate with the genes because of
Yeah,
my family, but it's nice to have the collagen for your bones, and
I always encourage that people keep it in their mouth and take small sips, so it's sublingual absorption rather than
yes,
swallowing. You know.
that's great. That's
Yeah.
good advice, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So that's if the viewers can hear that. That's a good way to take the collagen, and
Yes.
makes 100% a difference for sure. And so that, and then the trim.
Yes.
We talked about the trim, which I love the trim. I love the trim. I take it every
Do
day.
you love the trim?
I love the trim. Did I say it enough? Yeah, I love the trim.
Which flavor do you like the best?
Oh, I'm a chocolate girl. I do like the mango. I do like the mango and the vanilla. I mean, the key lime actually is my second favorite because, hey, I'm a Florida girl.
Gotta have those key limes.
Gotta have the key lime. So, but I do gravitate a lot to the chocolate, and I do have to take a magnesium supplement. I do, which the reason I brought magnesium up is because the cravings for chocolate make a lot of sense when you have low magnesium.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the why do we crave a lot of chocolate? We have low magnesium. Chances are we have low magnesium, and the majority of Americans are at a shortage of magnesium. So magnesium is really important as a supplement. But there are different types of magnesium. So that's one of the reasons why people should contact me because, glycinate, citrate, they're all different for different uses. So
Do you want to tell a little bit about that? Because it is popular.
it's popular. Well, you want to take magnesium based on your symptoms.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
Okay.
So like you don't want to take a magnesium that's going to make you go to the bathroom when you have pain for your joints, for example,
Right.
or inflammation. So
Right.
there's different combinations of magnesium to take. I so for me, I take a couple different types of magnesiums, to be honest with you, for myself. You talked about sleep. I don't have a sleeping issue. Like I can hit the pillow and just pass out. Like that's the
Right.
one thing.
It's just getting you to go to sleep
Jason's
is
like,
the issue.
that's exactly what
Get
it
it?
is. It's just getting to
Right.
go. Yeah, it's like, but the girls know, like turning it off at a certain time is important. I can, like, I naturally am ready to go to bed at like 10 o'clock at night. Like 10 o'clock, I'm ready to go to bed. But because I have so much going on, I just feel like, when things start calming down during the day, and I'm sure a lot of people do this. Well, it's nighttime. Now I can start another project or I can catch up on something. No,
Right.
not a good idea. Not a good idea. So yeah, like my magnesium is different just based on,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Well,
but
that's important for the viewers to know there are different types of magnesium, because
there's different types of magnesium.
a
There's different
layperson
types
would
of,
just think magnesium is magnesium. So it's good for you to advise them. They're not all
Yeah.
the same.
exactly. Like the glycinate I do take, just so it takes down my stress level, it calms my, because magnesium really works with the neurological system. It's great. Like, people take calcium, magnesium, and zinc. If that's a great combination if you have RLS, restless leg syndrome.
Oh, okay.
That's a great combination. So many people have that. Magnesium's a mineral, so it helps as a carrier. And when you're combining it with calcium, it helps absorb the calcium into your system much better. So magnesium, calcium, and zinc is a good combination. So yeah, I mean, there's just so many things.
I've heard of restless leg syndrome, but I don't really know what that is. Can you just give us a little bit more?
What RLS, like, okay, just prime example, like you just feel like you're so tired, mentally tired, but you're ready, like you're in bed and your legs are just kind of moving. You're just moving. Your legs are just like wanting to
Yeah.
run a marathon, but your mind
Okay.
is just like ready to go to bed. So you're not in
Interesting.
sync. And so you need to calm your nerves. You need to
Right.
calm, relax your nerves, your legs, RLS, restless
Okay.
legs. So it's basically it is what it sounds like, restless
Yeah.
legs. Yeah. It's crazy. I know a couple people that had it really badly, and yeah, it's like you just want to go to bed, but your legs just don't want to go to sleep.
Does this happen more? Does this happen more frequently as we age, or do young
Yeah,
people?
I mean, listen, like I said, it does happen. There's a lot of reasons why these things can happen. Majority of reasons is because we have a deficiency,
Oh, okay.
and deficiencies
Right.
cause these issues, right? And then I can go all the way back to eating. What you
Right.
eat,
Right.
it is, you are what you eat. But, not everybody's digestive system is actually doing its job by breaking down the fats and proteins so they can absorb those vitamins and minerals. So you're not
Right.
deficient,
Right.
right? So it all kind of goes back to that individual, their health and their wellness, and then going back to their gut health. Really, gut health to me is the number one. And in Ayurveda, we talk about gut health being the number one place to heal because your immune system is in your gut.
And you offer that wonderful prebiotic, probiotic.
Yes, we have a really great
Yes.
product.
Trebiotic.
Trebiotic. We have a trebiotic, exactly, which is a pre, pro, and post. So like
Yes.
the pre helps longevity of the pro because it's the food for the pro.
Right.
And then and the end, the tail end with the post, it's an extension because
Yes.
these are real. So what are probiotics? They're live active cultures. They're bacteria, good
Right.
bacteria that we need in our gut. We need good bacteria in our gut. We need good and bad, but the good needs to outweigh the bad
Right.
100%. And probiotics die within a day, pretty much. So why do we have to take probiotics every day? Is because we keep the live active cultures going in our gut. But when you have this trebiotic that we have, which is great, it extends a life a little bit more. And there's a lot.
I love to sprinkle it in my oatmeal in the morning.
Yeah, it's great in your oatmeal. It's crazy. Like Jason just like takes it and puts it straight in his mouth. I'm like, what are you doing?
They say you can do that, but I've never tried that.
So I tried it because I'm like, if he can do it, I better be able to do it.
Have a competition.
Yeah, a little friendly competition. Healthy competition is always important. But yeah, I mean, I did it and it wasn't that bad. It's kind of like chia seeds.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but that's like one of his favorite actually. Probiotics to take, and it's portable and it's just great. It's easy to use and take, so it's great. But yeah, we have so many great products. If you go onto the RootsNRemedies.net website and just click onto products, it'll take you to our product line of these Ayurvedic.
And the beauty is, if you have any questions, you can private message Krupa or email her, and she'll be happy to answer questions.
Yeah, or you're amazing too. For sure. I mean, definitely they can reach out to me. And then a little news. I think, in addition to this amazing line of products that we have on Roots N Remedies, we are, I'm part of a group of I have some business partners, and we are formulating our own extension of Ayurvedic ingredients.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's called Innerveda, INNERVE.
I love that name.
Innerveda Labs. Yeah. So my partners, I have 3 amazing business partners in the health and medical field that are very well known and prominent, established in South Florida. One is in Belize, actually. So let's keep him in our prayers as Beryl is going through the Caribbean right now. So him and his family. But these products, we all have our expertise. Each one of our business, each one of my partners, we all have our expertise. And so I'm part of the formulation. I'm part of the formulation of these ingredients and that are going into these these encapsulations and products and such that we're having. And I'm so excited. There's just so many great things happening. So
That's how we can live our best life with Krupa.
yay. Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. This is a great episode. I know we like to have our guests on, and they're very important to us, and to share their background and information to our audience. But I don't know. This week, because it's 4th of July weekend and my birthday.
And your birthday.
My birthday. It's just kind of like it's a special episode of the Roots N Remedies Show. And again, I wanted to let everybody know that we're doing this 10% off of all consultations. And actually, I'm going to extend it to people who actually want me to teach a class within their corporation or their family or whatever establishment or event they want me to teach a class. I will give the 10% off.
Terrific.
For them for the entire month of July, because July is my birthday month. So
we'll take time tomorrow to enjoy your birthday.
Thank you. I will. And I like to do something every year. Yeah. Every month I do something special for the viewers and for Roots Remedies patrons during the month of July, because it's 4th of July and my birthday. So this is what it is this year. 10% off consultations and any class that they might want to.
Thank you on behalf of all the viewers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jim. Well, anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe 4th of July weekend. Please, please, please be safe out there. Enjoy your loved
everyone next week.
Yeah, next week. I can't wait. We do have a special guest for next week, so we won't say anything now, but they'll be all surprised when that person comes on.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it too. Can't wait. And thank you, Jim, as always, of being my amazing, amazing co-host. Can't do this without you. And I love our viewers. So anyway, everyone have a safe 4th of July weekend. And thank you for tuning in to the Roots N Remedies Show.
Thank you, Krupa.
Thank you, Jim. Bye. See you all soon. Bye.